Behold! The apple, humanity's oldest con artist, dressed in crimson robes of deception, crowned with a stem that whispers lies to our primitive monkey brains. This isn't just fruit, my friends. This is the universe's greatest practical joke, wrapped in cellular packaging and sold to us as reality. Act I, the illusion of substance. Look at this shiny crimson charlatan. Touch it. Feel that satisfying thunk when you tap its skin? Congratulations, you've just been bamboozled by the greatest magic trick in existence. This apple is more empty than a politician's promise, more hollow than a teenager's apology. Zoom in, past the glossy marketing campaign of its epidermis, past the cellular suburbs where sugar molecules throw endless house parties, past the atomic metropolis where electrons dance like caffeinated dervishes around nuclei so minuscule they make the period at the end of this sentence look like the Death Star. What remains? Void. Sweet, mocking void. You're fondling 99.999% nothingness that's somehow convinced itself it's something. It's like holding hands with the concept of maybe, if maybe had commitment issues and tasted vaguely of autumn. The atoms in this fruit are separated by distances so vast that if an electron were a marble, its nucleus would be a grain of sand sitting alone in a cathedral. You're not eating an apple, you're consuming an architectural blueprint of emptiness, a three-dimensional lie with delusions of nutritional value. Act 2, the temporal terrorist. But time, time. That merciless puppeteer pulling our strings while we dance to its cosmic accordion music. Newton, bless his wig-wearing soul, thought time was a metronome, steady as a grandmother's heartbeat. Tick-tock, predictable as taxes and disappointing sequels. Then Einstein crashed the party like a theoretical physicist with a doctorate in chaos. Time, he declared, is a shapeshifter. A cosmic jazz musician improvising different rhythms depending on how fast you're moving and how much gravitational weight is crushing your existential spirit. Near a black hole, time crawls like Monday morning traffic. On a rocket ship approaching light speed, you age like a vampire's portrait while Earth spins through centuries like a hyperactive hamster wheel. Your now, this precious moment, is just your brain's desperate attempt to create a coherent narrative from a universe that's basically a glitching video game coded by a committee of philosophical anarchists. This apple ripened in IT's timeline. You're aging in yours. Somewhere, in a parallel dimension, you're simultaneously taking your first bite while also composting its remains. Time isn't linear, it's a pretzel twisted by a cosmic baker with severe coordination issues. Act 3, the quantum conspiracy. Now we descend into the rabbit hole where logic goes to die and sanity files for bankruptcy. Quantum mechanics, the universe's middle finger to common sense, served with a side of mathematical poetry that makes grown physicists weep into their calculators. Split this apple. Split its atoms. Split its quarks. What emerges? Probability clouds. Not particles, not waves, but mathematical ghosts that exist in all possible states until some nosy observer comes along and ruins the party by looking. Schrodinger's cat isn't just dead or alive, it's simultaneously planning its funeral and making grocery lists, existing in a superposition of feline possibilities until reality forces it to pick a lane. Your apple exists everywhere and nowhere, spinning in all directions while standing perfectly still, like a cosmic dance performed by an invisible partner to music only mathematicians can hear. Each electron is playing hide-and-seek with itself, teleporting through barriers, existing in multiple locations like a quantum politician making campaign promises. The universe operates on probability, not certainty. We live in a cosmic casino where the house always wins because the house is the game. Act 4, the holographic heresy. But wait, there's more. Perhaps this apple isn't even three-dimensional. Perhaps it's a hologram, a 2D barcode projected from some cosmic server farm run by entities whose reality makes our existence look like a pixelated cave painting. Black holes, those cosmic vacuum cleaners with anger management issues, encode all their secrets on their surfaces like universe-sized hard drives. Every particle that falls past their event horizon gets compressed into information, flattened like roadkill on the highway of space-time. Are we living inside a projection? Are our 3 dimensions just shadows cast by higher dimensional beings having a casual Tuesday? Is this apple merely data, rendered in real time by quantum processors that make our smartphones look like stone tools? The universe might be a simulation running on hardware we can't comprehend, operated by programmers who debug reality during their coffee breaks. We're potentially NPCs in someone else's game, wondering why physics feels so arbitrary and why the graphics are simultaneously breathtaking and frustratingly glitchy. Act V, the Boltzmann brain betrayal. Here's the final knife twist in reality's back. Statistically speaking, you're more likely to be a random thought spontaneously generated in the heat death of the universe than an actual evolved consciousness on an actual planet. The math is merciless. In the vast emptiness of future space, quantum fluctuations will occasionally assemble matter into complex patterns. Sometimes, purely by chance, these patterns will form brains, complete with fake memories, artificial experiences, and the unshakable delusion of having lived a full life. You might be a Boltzmann brain, a cosmic accident flickering into existence just long enough to think this thought before dissolving back into the void. Your childhood, your relationships, your Netflix viewing history, all hallucinations embedded in a randomly generated neural network that popped into being 3 seconds ago. This apple? Also fake. This monologue? A fever dream of quantum static. Your sense of continuity, your memories of yesterday, your plans for tomorrow, all potentially the product of thermodynamic dice rolled in an empty universe by no one for no reason. Finale. The taste of truth. And yet, it tastes like autumn mornings and childhood rebellions. Like knowledge stolen from gardens and gravity's cruel lesson delivered to Newton's skull. It tastes like the universe's greatest joke, that in a cosmos built on uncertainty, probability, and cosmic horror, we somehow still experience beauty, meaning, and the simple pleasure of fruit sugar hitting our primate reward systems. Maybe the simulation is so perfect it doesn't matter. Maybe consciousness is so miraculous that statistical improbability becomes irrelevant. Maybe the journey from quantum void to apple pie is so extraordinary that whether it's real becomes the wrong question entirely. So here's to the apple, ambassador of illusion, prophet of emptiness, teacher of temporal relativity, and purveyor of delicious lies. In a universe where nothing makes sense, at least something tastes good. Remember, you are made of star dust, quantum uncertainty, and cosmic accidents. You are simultaneously everything and nothing, real and imaginary, profound and absurd. You are the universe experiencing itself subjectively, having an existential crisis while eating fruit. Subscribe to the Cosmic Newsletter. The next edition covers why bananas are curved and why that's somehow connected to the curvature of spacetime. Spoiler alert, everything is connected, nothing makes sense, and the universe has a twisted sense of humor. Tastes like enlightenment with hints of cosmic dread and fiber.